There's a moment, a quiet, uncomfortable moment, when you realize the person you gave everything to only noticed you once you stopped giving. You called, they ignored it. You texted, they delayed. You tried harder, they relaxed deeper. But the second you went silent, truly silent, something shifted. Suddenly they were watching. Suddenly they were wondering. Suddenly, for the first time, they felt the weight of what they had been taking for granted. That's not a coincidence. That's human nature revealing itself. And today, you're going to understand it at a level most people never reach. The world does not reward desperation. It never has. It rewards self-control, self-possession, and the quiet confidence of someone who knows their own worth. The moment you stop running toward people who aren't running toward you, you force them to confront something uncomfortable, your absence. And absence, real absence, hits harder than any argument, any ultimatum, any tearful conversation ever could. The Stoic warriors understood this long before it became psychology. They didn't beg. They didn't explain. They didn't let their emotions drag them into the dirt. They stood firm, calm, unshaken. Marcus Aurelius wrote it plainly, you have power over your mind, not outside events. That means you don't control them. You never did, but you control you. And when you master yourself completely, you become something rare. You become untouchable. This is not about revenge. It's not about manipulation or playing games. It's about something far more important, reclaiming your dignity. Walking away from anything that treats you like an option. Becoming so grounded, so solid within yourself, that no one's behavior can knock you off balance. If you're tired of feeling invisible, tired of chasing, tired of shrinking yourself to fit into spaces that were never built for you, this is your turning point. From this moment forward, you move differently. You speak less, you chase less, you value yourself more. Stop chasing. Take your power back immediately, not tomorrow, now. Stop pursuing anyone who isn't pursuing you back. Stop sending messages into silence. Stop checking your phone like it owes you something. Stop bending yourself out of shape just to remain in someone's orbit. That behavior isn't love, it's slow erosion. It is draining you, diminishing you, and quietly teaching the world that your time and energy cost nothing. Here's the truth that changes everything. When you chase, you hand your power away completely. You elevate them and diminish yourself in the same motion. You think you're demonstrating love, but what you're really broadcasting is fear, fear of losing them, fear of being alone, fear that you simply aren't enough. And people feel that fear. They sense it beneath every message, every follow-up, every attempt to keep them close. And once they feel it, something in them stops respecting you. That is the painful paradox. The more you pursue, the less they appreciate. But the moment you pull back, everything shifts. Epictetus said it without softening it, no man is free who is not master of himself. If you are chasing someone, you are not free. You are tethered, you are dependent, and that ends today. Become the one who walks away with dignity. Fill your life with purpose so consuming that you don't have hours to spend wondering why someone hasn't replied. Train your body, build your finances, sharpen your mind. Construct a life so full, so intentional, so powerful, that it doesn't have an empty space shaped like their absence. Let them feel you missing like a change in air pressure. Let them realize your value the hard way, too late. That isn't cruelty, that is self-respect. From now on, you don't run after anyone, you move forward. If they want to be part of that movement, they meet you halfway. If they don't, you keep walking. Eyes forward. No looking back. Master your silence. Make your calm completely untouchable. This step is where the weak separate from the powerful, so listen carefully. Stop reacting. Stop explaining every feeling. Stop defending yourself every time someone grows cold or pulls away without reason. Your constant responses, the follow-ups, the clarifications, the emotional arguments, aren't strength. They are noise, and noise destroys authority. When you rush to reply, when you scramble to fix every misunderstanding, when you argue just to feel heard, you surrender emotional control to someone who hasn't earned it. You become predictable. And predictable people are the easiest ones to ignore. But silence is an entirely different force. Silence creates mystery. It creates pressure. It forces the other person to sit alone with their own thoughts. And trust me, nothing unsettles someone more than not knowing where they stand with you. Marcus Aurelius put it simply, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Don't match their chaos. Don't mirror their games. Don't descend into the noise they create. Stay still. Stay composed. Stay above it. When they ignore you, you don't flinch. When they delay, you don't complain. When they test your patience, you don't break. You hold your ground like a mountain holds the earth, without effort, without drama, without movement. That calm energy delivers one unmistakable message: you cannot be controlled. And the moment they realize they can't trigger you, they lose all power over you. That is how you win without ever raising your voice. Channel everything into growth, read more, train harder, build more, focus deeper. Let your quiet presence say more than any speech ever could. Strength is not loud. Strength is steady. Build your value. Become too focused to be bothered. The most powerful move you can make after being ignored is not proving yourself to them. It is improving yourself, for you, because of you, in spite of them. Stop waiting at the door for someone to return. Turn around. Build something so strong, so full, so worth living, that you genuinely stop noticing who left. Because here is the truth most people are too uncomfortable to admit. People ignore what feels common. They pursue what feels rare. If you are always available, always waiting, always accessible, you become replaceable by default. But when you focus on genuine growth, when you level up your body, your mind, your skills, your purpose, your presence becomes something different, something valuable. And valuable things are never taken for granted for long. Seneca wrote it with urgency: begin at once to live, and count each day as a separate life. Stop spending hours orbiting someone else's attention. Use that time to transform yourself completely. Hit the gym, learn new skills, start the business, read the books. Set goals that make you slightly afraid. Move with intention every single day. Every minute spent chasing someone is a minute taken from your own future. Take it back. When your days are filled with purpose, you naturally stop reaching for your phone. You naturally stop calculating whether someone has seen your message. You naturally rise above the emotional traps that once held you down. And then, here's where it turns: when you stop needing them, they feel it. They sense something has changed. They sense you're different, bigger somehow, and that is precisely when real respect appears. Not because you demanded it, because you became someone who deserved it. Don't wait to be chosen. Choose yourself, elevate yourself. Outgrow anyone who once looked past you. Control your emotions. Never give them the reaction they're expecting. Your emotions are not your weakness. They are your greatest asset. But only if you are the one controlling them, not the other way around. The moment anger, sadness, or desperation begins steering your behavior, you lose authority over your own life. And the person who ignored you can feel that. They sense the chaos. They sense that you are shaken, and that gives them power you should never have handed over. Reacting is effortless. Anyone can react. What requires real mastery is staying composed when everything inside you is screaming. That is discipline. That is what Stoic strength actually looks like in practice. Epictetus said it without hesitation: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Burn that into your thinking. You cannot force someone to be kind. You cannot manufacture loyalty. You cannot demand to be seen. But you absolutely, completely control your response to all of it. So when they go cold, you stay warm within yourself. When they disappear, you stay steady. When they push, you refuse to break. Breathe. Think. Choose your response the way a warrior chooses a weapon: slow, precise, deliberate. Emotional control confuses people who expect drama. Give them composure instead. They expect tears, give them dignity. They expect you to chase, give them distance. That contrast unsettles them more than any confrontation ever could. Train your mind daily. Meditate, journal, walk without distraction. Build your inner world into something so solid that nothing outside it can disturb the foundation. Become unshakable. Become centered. Become untouchable. Set hard boundaries. Teach people, through your actions, how to treat you. If you do not set limits, people will test them endlessly, not always maliciously, but because you haven't shown them where the line is. If you always say yes, always forgive instantly, always absorb disrespect without consequence, you quietly communicate that your time and heart carry no weight. And when something carries no weight, no one handles it carefully. This is exactly why withdrawing hits them harder than arguing. For the first time, they encounter a wall. For the first time, they feel your absence with real weight. For the first time, they understand that they cannot move in and out of your life like it has no door. That wall is a boundary. Build it strong. Your time is sacred. Start treating it that way. Stop answering late-night messages from people who only reach out when it's convenient for them. Stop explaining yourself to those who have never genuinely listened. Stop granting access to anyone who brings confusion into spaces that deserve peace. Say less. Withdraw access calmly, without anger, without drama. Just firm, quiet, and absolute. That calm firmness commands more respect than shouting ever could. When someone crosses the line, step back without negotiation. Do not bargain your worth. Do not beg for basic human decency. Protect your space the way a guardian protects something irreplaceable, because that's what it is. The moment you enforce real boundaries, the connections that were never real fall away. The ones that are genuine stay. That is how you clean your life. That is how you take control back. Stand tall, choose yourself first, every time. Master solitude. Turn being alone into your most powerful advantage. Stop running from it. Being alone is not a punishment, it is preparation. Most people fear solitude because they've confused silence with emptiness. That fear is precisely why they accept poor treatment rather than sit quietly with themselves. They would rather accept crumbs of attention than face their own company honestly. Don't make that mistake. Reframe it entirely. Use solitude as training. Use it as sharpening time. Use it as the weapon most people never think to pick up. When someone steps out of your life, you don't lose time, you gain it back. Hours, energy, mental space. Don't squander it replaying old conversations or tracking their social media. That is not healing. That is keeping yourself wounded. Instead, lock in. Build. Strengthen your body, clear your space, learn something new, study, reflect, grow in the quiet. Marcus Aurelius wrote it beautifully. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Your mind is your refuge. If you cannot sit peacefully with yourself, you will always require someone else to make you feel whole. And that dependency quietly destroys confidence from the inside out. Strong people are comfortable alone because they genuinely value their own company. Train yourself to feel that way. Take walks without your phone. Eat without distraction. Think deeply. Write your goals down. Design your future with intention. When you master solitude, something remarkable happens. You stop needing people in that desperate, hungry way. And when you stop needing, you become magnetic. People feel your independence. They feel your calm. They feel your self-sufficiency, and it draws them toward you rather than pushing them away. Stop seeing distance as loss. See it as a gift. Turn it into power. Build yourself until empty rooms no longer feel like a sentence. Pour your energy into growth. Make your success the only response that matters. The most powerful answer to being ignored is not words. It's not a carefully constructed message or a dramatic exit. It is elevation. It is leveling up so completely, so undeniably, that the people who once looked past you can no longer reach where you now stand. When you choose growth over reaction, you win every time, not because you beat them, but because you've moved somewhere they can't follow. Stop watching what they're doing. Stop wondering whether your silence is registering. That is wasted fuel, and you need every drop of it for yourself. Redirect that energy inward and build something so solid, so real, that their absence becomes genuinely irrelevant. Seneca warned it with precision, while we wait for life, life passes. Stop waiting for someone to assign you value. Move, act, create, improve. Use every reclaimed minute to sharpen your body, your skills, your finances, your thinking. Go to the gym, read seriously. Start the idea you've been sitting on. Learn something that challenges you. Dress better. Speak with more intention. Walk like someone who knows exactly where they're going. Transform yourself so completely that when they look back, they barely recognize who you've become. Success is loud without making a single sound. When you genuinely grow, you don't need to announce it. Your results speak. Your confidence radiates naturally. And here's what most people miss entirely: when you chase people, you feel small. When you chase goals, you feel powerful. So chase progress. Let your life become the message. Let your discipline become the answer. Let your transformation become the closure you were looking for. Don't spend another moment trying to be understood by someone who never took the time to truly see you. Make yourself so clear, so undeniable that only the right people can stand beside you without squinting. Rise higher. Stay focused. Execute every single day. Protect your peace. Walk away without offering a single explanation. You do not owe anyone a reason for choosing your own peace. Stop carrying guilt for stepping away from what was hurting you. Stop feeling obligated to justify why you no longer accept neglect, mixed signals, or relationships that cost more than they give. That mindset is a cage, and it keeps you locked inside long after the door swings open. Freedom begins the instant you decide that your calm matters more than their understanding. Most people stay stuck because they want closure. They want the other person to finally get it, to apologize, to see the full picture. But Stoicism offers something more honest than closure. It offers freedom from needing it. Epictetus said it without softening the edge: if someone speaks ill of you, do not defend yourself. Simply recognize that they do not know you well enough to judge you accurately. Let them misunderstand. Let them fill in the gaps with whatever story makes sense to them. Your life is not a courtroom. You are not on trial. Real strength is silent certainty. When someone ignores you, disrespects you, or disappears without explanation, do not chase, do not explain, do not beg. Simply detach. Move forward. That quiet exit confuses them far more than any speech could. It signals control. It signals dignity. It signals that you value yourself too much to fight for a seat at a table that wasn't set for you. Protect your mind like it's the most valuable piece of property you own, because it is. Remove drama, remove chaos, remove anyone who consistently disturbs your inner balance. Choose environments that feel safe. Choose conversations that genuinely uplift. Choose relationships that add calm to your life, not complexity. Your peace is not a preference. It is non-negotiable. Guard it accordingly. Walk away with your head high and your heart steady. Say less, do more. Live better. Now hear this clearly, because this is the part that matters most. Imagine a life where your worth is never in question, where your energy is entirely your own. Where no one's games, no one's neglect, no one's silence can reach you at your foundation. That life is not out of reach. It begins the moment you choose, genuinely choose, calm over chaos, self-respect over approval, your own growth over someone else's opinion of you. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to justify your absence. You don't need to fight for attention that isn't being freely, honestly given. Your presence is a gift. Your absence is a lesson. Your peace is the standard you've set, and it will not be lowered. Every time you refuse to react, every time you hold your boundary, every time you invest in your growth instead of their approval, you take back something they never actually had the right to hold. Marcus Aurelius left it simple and permanent: waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one. You are the one building your strength. You are the one setting your standards. You are the one living without apology. Let your life be the proof. Let your calm unsettle everyone who tried to shake it. Let your silence say everything your words never needed to. Stand tall. Stay disciplined. Keep moving forward. You are not a victim of neglect. You are a master of yourself.